Alright, folks, and welcome back to the channel. We're back to discuss the UEFA Champions League playoff between Celtic and Kirat Ucl as the first leg takes place at Celtic Park. This evening, I'm joined by Alistair, and then over on the title it says, "Are we ready?" So, Alistair, are we ready?
We need to be.
Aye.
We need to be. Simple. There's nothing but
Um,
day we've not even got the two wild cards in, but that's a different story and we're not going down that road.
well, we're doing very naive to think we would have got a wild card in, but anyway, briefly, obviously, we didn't really discuss the Falkirk game because stuff got in the way, to be honest. We kept saying we were going to do it and fucking shit get in the way. So, briefly, obviously, because we might actually go into the actual game and the big talking points, what was your thoughts on the Falkirk game?
Pleased with it. Really pleased with it, Josh. I mean, I just thought it was actually a night. I thought we played really well, considering there were, I think it was 5 changes. And
So Dane Murray came in, I think. Obviously, Sinisalo started in goal. Tierney and Johnson, along with Trusty as well, made up the back four. I think Engels, McGregor, and McCowan, I think, played.
McGowan, yeah.
And then the front three of James Forrest, Johnny Kenny, and Dyson Maeda.
Genuinely, Josh, I thought we played well. I mean, I'll no disrespect. I know it's Falkirk, but you can only beat what's put in front of you. And no, I was pleased with it. In general, I thought there were a nice pace to it, and I thought for the first time we kind of looked like ourselves because we've been sluggish for the first couple of games, but Friday night was good.
I thought we were good. Just the same frustrations for me though as well. In terms of attacking wise, I thought Johnny Kenny for me, and I'm not being harsh, didn't take his opportunity. When he was a pretty good opportunity for him. And I think we may be trying to maybe loan him out because I just don't know if he's going to be able to make an impact that everybody's thinking that he could make at Celtic. I thought we were good. I just thought sometimes attacking wise, it was very powder puff at times, especially in the front three. But it's already stuff we don't already know, unfortunately.
We were putting in some great crosses as well.
I thought Kieran Tierney, he's completely added a complete new dimension to this team in terms of attacking and defensively. I did see as well he's very vocal as well, which I think he was barking at kind of Trusty, to be honest. I think he was pissed off at Trusty and stuff and everything else. But I thought his crosses into the box could have had about 4 or 5 assists. If we had somebody in the box to kind of finish the chances off. You spoke there a bit about Arne Engels. I thought he looked good. He actually had a nearly a wonder goal as well, man.
Delivery Friday night was good as well. No, but on to the next round. I thought genuinely, and a big shout out to Dane Murray for his first goal. I know you've
I was going to go
into that guy. I think you think he's got a chance. And I think he's got a chance as well.
Well, we've put up with Stephen Welsh for long enough, so why should Dane Murray not get a chance? That's how my thinking is. And with the centre-half position being uncertain as it is, who's playing consistently, then why should he not get a chance? As I said, he's been rotten luck with injury, and we've put up, I say put up, that sounds really harsh, but Stephen Welsh has had plenty of chances at Celtic, so why should Dane Murray not get the same chance that Welsh has got? That's the way I look at it. As I said, I thought Engels played well. I thought looking a bit better. At the end, I think maybe fitness catch up. But he won't, I'm going to call people, he won't get credit for it. And I've already seen it, he won't get credit for it.
Because of the fee.
Exactly. And I've said it, I've made it clear, and I stand by it. I think Arne Engels will have a good season. Do I think he'll be player the year material? I don't know. But for games like we're going to go into the playoff, he's the type of player that you're looking to stand out, and he's done that enough last season in the Champions League.
Well, that's a Champions League player. The only Belgium based in Scotland are playing the Champions League.
Well, still a second leg to go, Alistair. Still a second leg.
Sorry, that was nice.
And we need to get through as well. So no, but I thought overall good, and as you say, getting in the next round. Alistair, as for the next round, we get a pretty favourable tie. I thought away at Partick Thistle. Obviously.
Yeah.
So Celtic. It's similar. I think Celtic turn up. We should be beaten. Ironically watched a bit of Partick Thistle, but and they're no great.
That'll be entertaining watching
Mark Wilson and Alec Ray.
The Quay twins. Mark Wilson and Alec Ray managing against Brendan Rodgers. So that'll be really, really quite entertaining.
No, but I thought it was a good performance, as you said, in the next round, and then hopefully, obviously, beat Partick and get to Hampden. I'm a bit pissed off about the clean sheet, but
because more ways than one fault.
I could have levelled the scoring thing, but that was quite funny, to be fair, on Friday. But Liam Scales decides not to close down a man. Aye, it was a hell of a strike, but Liam Scales just thinks, no, I'm not going to close them down.
Idiot. No, he said, Alistair's defending me, so I'm just going to keep him annoyed.
Aye, no, I know. But no, good to obviously get in the next round. That's the main thing. And we go there, obviously. It's been another eventful week. Fans are pretty pissed off, and I think I'm going to even go without saying that lightly, I think. And it's a shame because for tonight's game, I think people are excited for it, but I just think people are like, there's nothing really to look forward to. People are really peed off with it, the club at the moment. And I say the club, I don't mean Brendan Rodgers, I don't mean the players. I mean
behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. I'm sorry, I'm sitting tired, fed up of it, Alistair, and we spoke earlier on, and I'm just sick of it. I am, and you know, it really pisses me off because see, for games like this, we should be going, this is a Champions League playoff, big night at Celtic Park, against a favourable opposition that we
I'll go. Sorry, Josh. I'll go one stage further. If we don't get the tie we're out. In my current state. I genuinely believe that.
We can look at teams like Paphos, who we could have got. They're looking like they're going to be through.
We couldn't have got them.
No,
because then they ended up playing Red Star, which was the seeded team. So, but we could have got Basel, Sturm Graz, Karabag. So you're talking, and somebody else.
Aye.
I can't honestly remember.
But the thing is, Alistair, right, and I was listening to Brendan Rodgers' press conference, and I think it was actually Celtic Sahir again that came out with another brilliant question at fan media.
I heard that.
Honestly, I thought it was superb. I actually messaged the guy on Twitter that said it and said, great question, mate. Because it is, and that's what fan media should be about. My main criticism with fan media is the questions don't get asked, but the last two press conferences I looked and I thought, you know what, fair enough.
The guy won't be asked back.
Aye, and he probably won't be asked back, but he's probably done more in terms of fan media question.
I don't know if you noticed, but Brendan Rodgers kind of paused. And
basically, he was asked, Michael Nixon, and I said this a few weeks ago as well. Michael Nixon, about 3 years ago today, wanted Celtic in last stage of European competition, talked about world-class basics, all this garbage. And Brendan Rodgers has basically come out again today and says, we're no world-class at transfers.
No.
I don't know how time you can get, and we've seen that over the last week. It's been complete radio silence. Fans are just being treated like dirt. I'm going to say it. Treated like dirt. We don't get invited to. We're not popular enough to get invited. Even if I was invited, I'm going to go.
No, because I don't know if you heard Ryan 118, he says you're basically herded like cattle.
Yes, aye.
And
You're briefed. You're briefed. The
you
only
can't,
time I'll ever go, the only time I ever go to Celtic press conferences, hopefully, is when I'm an actual journalist.
aye.
And that's the thing. I don't think this channel ever get that popular that we can go to. But I wouldn't go. I just wouldn't because I don't think it serves its purpose. But as I said, the last 2 weeks, Celtics are here. The two journalists that asked the question, fair enough to you. Brilliant question. You'll get your. I think it's two superb questions. But it's not even transfers because I was talking to my dad today about it, and I'm like, it's not even just transfers. I'm like, it's you're getting in, and outside of the stadium was fucked in January, and we're still not fixed it. We are, we're segregating fans, which maybe I'm making a big deal out of this, but I think it's a shambles
What
because
happens if there's a fire?
putting a big gate up, the fire risk, putting a big gate up. What I know people that go to the football right and they sit and actually maybe like say for instance 1-1-0 and the other person sits in 1-1-1. They go into the concourse at half time, like we do at the football, and have a gab.
Aye.
So you're not going to deny that because I think it's appropriate to put up big massive barriers. Now, I understand and I agree with them that they need to try and stop people getting into the football who are not meant to be there. Right? I get that. I completely understand that. Not got a problem with it. But surely to God, Alistair, there is a better way to enforce something like that.
I mean, no, it's not even enforcing it or putting it in place. Communicate with people. Communicate,
Aye.
right? You can't do that. But it's you say the radio silence all summer and a number of things, like you say, not just in the transfers, but the whole club is at war with itself.
Aye.
And it's absolutely killing us.
Do you
We
know who I
should be
feel sorry?
buzzing in 4
Do you know who I
points
feel sorry for
on
the most? That's what I was going to say. Do you know who I feel sorry for the most?
the players.
Brendan Rodgers and the players. Because as you said there, Alistair, 4 points clear at the top of well, not top, but we're 4 points clear of rivals. We have no drop points this season. We've managed to come through the cup, get into the quarterfinals of the League Cup. We've managed to beat Aberdeen away. Good win against St Mirren. Yada yada yada.
And yet,
Why are we not giving the tools to give the players a bit of merry a hand?
give the players help. I
Aye.
mean, God forbid, touch wood, Carl Vickers, Carl McGregor, Dies Maeda, and I'm going to say it, I might get sick for this. Adam Ida will get injured. What do we got to replace him with?
You wouldn't get stuck with Adam Ida getting injured. Adam Ida's flattered to see, but who else we got?
That's
We can't put Dyson up front because we've not got any wingers to put when Dyson's position. We can't put another striker in the park because we've not got one that seems up to standard.
Yep.
So you wouldn't be say I wouldn't be slating you for that because it's true. It's true, unfortunately, that is the true thing. But yeah, again, you alluded to it there again. This should be a week what we are building up Champions League. We're playing 2 games in a week, but instead the board are taking all the moan and everything else, and that's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Yep.
Sorry, it is.
And if we do get away with it, Josh, in terms of qualification for the Champions League, can I know that a board member would listen to this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Just put it out there. That is sheer dumb luck that we've got away with this because, as I said at the top of the podcast, we draw anybody else. No disrespect to Kirat, but it was a draw everybody wanted.
Yes. Aye.
And that's
Exactly.
so arrogant. That's just That's just
And it wouldn't
that.
even be luck. It wouldn't even be luck, Alistair. It would be if we get through this, it's down to Brendan Rodgers, the players, and the fans.
Yeah.
And I've said this before, and I'm at this point now. I support Celtic Football Club. I don't support a board. And I'm at the point, and I said to you this earlier, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm at the point, and don't get me right, it's great going to football now. But see, all having all this shite in the background, it takes your motivation to go to the games. I'm going to be honest with you. And I've always been an honest person. I'm not going to sit here and at times I'm looking at it and going, don't get me wrong, I'll be buzzing by the time 5:05 comes and that anthem's ringing around the stadium. But the problem is, I'm seeing all this shite every year, waking up every single day, and you're seeing this nonsense. And just Brendan Rodgers pleading for players. Cal McGregor as well today, by the way. Cal McGregor says we can't stand still. So the manager's saying it, the players are saying it. There's one big thing missing. It has always been the one thing that's been missing, and it's not going to change.
And by
It's
the way,
not going to change.
You might not agree with the board, but it'd be nice to hear from them. But you won't.
Right, Hibs, right? Hibs, who have now got some new investors and whatever else. Hearts done it right. Out they come, owners out they come. Sat down on the Hibs YouTube channel and sat for half an hour explaining what the plans were. Where we're going to strengthen, what's the forward plan for Hibs in terms of, and it was like trying to keep, making dents and, trying to get into maybe a European competition. Why can Celtic not do that? No disrespect to Hibs, we're a bigger club than Hibs, but we don't act like one. That's the difference. We talk about how we're this big club, we don't act like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, Josh, believe you me, we've had some shit windows in the past. But this feels like I just want the window to close because I think the guy is cast.
And it's too many times, Alistair, we're going and people at the start of the window were going, I'll be happy if we can get the X-Man. Now people are happy if we get the bare minimum, which is a winger and a striker or two wingers.
Yeah.
And it begs the question as well. Aye, that's what I was going to say. It begs the question as well because Inamura's been left out of the Champions League squad. Are you telling me if Kieran Tierney gets injured? Aye. If you're telling me if Kieran Tierney gets injured, which unfortunately at the moment there is a bit of a risk it could happen, and that's not down to Kieran Tierney. That's just down to fitness. Are you telling me Liam Scales is going to get it left back? I mean, come on, man.
Put it this way: Kieran Tierney gets a suspension, and he has to play against Barcelona. It could be Yamal against Liam Scales.
Oh, don't say that, Alistair, man. Please.
No, I'm telling you, man.
I know.
That's what you're facing.
Exactly. But no, I felt it was important to get that kind of rant out because, and I've seen it this week, various other channels and whatever. I just don't like what's going on at this club at the moment. Off the pitch, we're doing nothing. We're not fixing things that were done. I was walking up to Celtic Park for the game on Friday night, and I came in just the Janefield entrance, the entrance where the buses go out, right?
Yeah,
and obviously that you can see half of the banner, but you can also still see the half that's been blown off.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, man!
You can see the steel snow.
So
I
could take maybe a week, 2 weeks to fix, and people might say you're just moaning about the little things, but it all groups into one big thing. They don't care.
And another thing that bugs me, a gazebo at a Champions League night. That's always bugged me. I mean, people must turn up at our club and think, this team won the European Cup, now they've got a gazebo outside.
No. And I was listening to another podcast a few weeks ago, the Boys of Us, and Russell made a good point. Does talk a lot of sense, so I'd suggest listening to it. And he said, Celtic are the only club in Europe where the price of the product goes up while the standard goes down. And that's true. It's true because he says, what are we spending all this money on then? Because we're not spending it on stadium improvements. We're not spending it on players. We're not spending it on, say we built a new stadium like Fergus McCann did. We're not spending money on that. We're not spending money on trying to appoint a new manager. We're not spending money on trying to appoint new staff like a director of football or something like that. We're not doing anything.
I mean, no disrespect to Gavin Stratton, John Kennedy, Stevie Woods, but why can we never give managers their own backroom staff?
Aye, I'm not even talking about background staff because I think Brendan Rodgers. I think if he would have been asked, "Do you want you?" I think Brendan Rodgers would have been happy with that. I'm talking about more the people with the fact we've not got a director of football on, and if we don't need one, we don't need one. Fine, but then the money needs.
Aye.
But then the money needs spent somewhere else, and that's the problem. We're not spending the money anywhere. So I'm really concerned.
I'm going to have a rant before we finish this. I mean, can I just say, I wouldn't know what Paul Tisdale sounded like. Never mind if I passed me in the street. I wouldn't.
Why do we not get Michael Nicholson and telling us what the plan is? Like we did when Don Mackay came in, but obviously he was too ambitious for this board, and we don't know why he got kicked out.
He was Kai boss because he wanted to radicalise it.
Because he spent too much money on Jackie Mack and Janovic, so we didn't make as much profit. Still made a profit though, just didn't make as much.
I know.
You don't need to make £100 million in profit every single summer.
Check the last accounts the other day. I know I'm sad, but the 31st of last year, when the accounts come out, it was the day after our rivals lost to Queen's Park. Orwell doesn't miss a trick. And we had £65 million in the bank. That's not taken into consideration because we wouldn't have received last year's payment yet because we were still to play Bayern Munich the second leg. So at the end of the day, you're looking, if we qualify, over £100 million in turnover.
Exactly.
And
that's the thing. Exactly, and then you talk about season ticket money and everything else, and fans are pissed off. Fans are pissed off, and you can see it. It's no like years before maybe, because I've always thought, right, fans get pissed off in the summer, but then we win a league and it's like everything's fine, then we get back to the summer pissed off again. I think this time fans are really pissed off.
It's no getting away this time.
Aye. I certainly am. I think you are. What I'm reading on Twitter, I think people are. Like podcasters are. I was listening to Ryan 118. He seems really pissed. You look at people, podcasters, whatever else. They're all pissed off, and there's only so much that the board can. Because there's no communication. There's absolutely. And the communicate. It's not even the money thing for me. It's the communication is the biggest thing. Why not just come out and go at that? Right. We know it's maybe not been up to standard, but here's what we're planning today. Not telling us what players we're going to, of course, or not telling us positions.
I'm telling us how much we're going to spend in the last 10 years.
No, that's fine. I don't expect the board to do that because you don't want to say, but we're saying a left winger, so then Antwerp go at right, okay. They want Balikwisha, right? They're desperate for a left winger, so let's up that money. But tell us, right, what's the plan after this season? What is our 5-year plan for Celtic Football Club? We've not got one, and that's the problem. So I really do fear for what's going to come even after if we do qualify for the Champions League. I think even with the team we've got now, I think we're more than capable, but the fact we've took that liberty shouldn't be happening. I'll start away for the board because I want to kind of make this time kind of respectable. On to tonight's game, obviously Kirat Ucl, and before I say it, they're well merited to be. They're not here because of lucky a draw.
They've won
You know,
ties. They've won
exactly.
there, right?
So what's your thoughts? Obviously, again, a game that Celtic, I expect Celtic to win. What's your thoughts?
I expect us to. Here's my hope, Josh. I expect us to come flying out the traps
Mm,
because if you look at it, Kazakhstan champions Kyra have done a lot of travelling and their body clocks will be at 2:15 in the morning. So if we don't come flying out the traps, something's wrong. And and I want us to start quick. I want us to start hit them hard, no let them settle. And I want us to involve the crowd as well. But give the give the team every bit of backing we can because the team and the manager deserve to win the Champions League in my opinion.
aye, it's what I said earlier on. It's the team and the manager that need the support and need the extra players and need the backing of the fans. Don't take your anger out on Brendan Rodgers and or players. Now, if we were to get beat, don't get me wrong, I would still have a bit of anger towards Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers has not got a free pass for tomorrow night.
No, let's be honest, and I apologise if this comes across as if I'm backing up the board, but I'm not. Believe me, if we shouldn't need players to win this tie, but that doesn't mean to say we shouldn't have brought them in.
Mm-hmm.
But as you say, this wouldn't give the manager a free pass. I don't think he'd want a free pass for this
No,
tie either.
he knows what the job and obviously he's got previous way trips to Kazakhstan to face obviously Astana, and he's been successful in it. Apart from the last one, it nearly gave us a heart attack at 4-1 down. But
Yeah.
but
And
anyway,
we won it comfortably in the end.
aye, no, we did, and I expect Celtic to do the same. I watched Kirat against Slovan. I wasn't really impressed.
Yeah, I thought it was too. If you want me to be honest, I thought it was too bottom half Europa or conference
Aye,
league.
and this could come back and bite us, but I don't care because if it does come back and bite us, then there's something's went seriously
But I
wrong.
believe Kyra have got a £40 million player, but that says more about Chelsea than I believe he's 16, 17, and he's going to
Aye, so
Chelsea.
they've got a potential player that could be worth loads of money. So,
Well,
um,
apparently they paid £40 million. So
but I was listening to 20 Minute Tim's done like some tactical stream with some person they had on. I can't remember who it was, and he was talking about
yeah, I
Kyrat's week.
remember the Celtic way done a similar one. It might have been
Aye.
the same guy
And
actually.
his words were, "This team can be got at defensively because and they could be got out wide." That's funny. It's so good that we've got some great wingers to pick from in it. You know, could maybe make the difference out wide. Oh, I forgot about that.
Well,
Anyway,
no got any.
but in terms of team selection, obviously, I'd expect the team to be the best that we can put on the field. Goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel is going to start, but I'm going to give a shout out to Vinyami Sinisal. I thought he was brilliant on Friday night. That's what we missed. I thought he was brilliant when he had to be called in. He needs to be starting more games for Celtic this season because if he don't, I worry if he's going to be a Celtic player next season. Unfortunately, but I think he's. Every time I watch him, I'm like, no, you have got what it takes. Your distribution's brilliant. There's times I think we can maybe get up higher, like in terms it comes to headers and stuff. But I think in terms of shot stopping, brilliant. I think he's great.
Remember he's young as well.
Aye.
He's all reasonably young.
But I think Kasper Schmeichel will start goal. I think a back four of Ralston. No, Johnston. Johnston, Trusty, Carter Vickers, and Kieran Tierney. A midfield three, I think, of Callum McGregor, Rayo Hatate because he makes a difference.
Yeah.
Arne Engels.
Yeah, that would be my midfield three.
I just think on Champions League games, he seems to just. Don't get me wrong, if Nygren started, fine with that. I think,
I
you know,
think
he's.
we could maybe start on the right.
Well, I was going to get into that. Right hand side, I think Nygren might play on the right hand side as well. I just think because I get nobody else.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I think
And
Forrest.
you might need to rely on Forrest later on.
I think Forrest has made an impact sub. To be fair, Yang, when he came on against Falkirk, he looked actually okay, and that's the problem with Yang. When he feels like it, he turns into fucking Ronaldinho, but
Yeah, he's a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're getting.
aye, exactly. Up front, Adam Ida, because this going to sound really harsh, and I really do hope Adam Ida does it tomorrow night, because if
It'd
he
be
does,
typical Adam Meada to score the goals that get you 40 million quid nowadays.
aye, but
And
the
it's
thing
the
is with
same
Adam
with
Ida,
Engels.
I hope he does, because I think if Aldemida has a good performance, I'm hoping that can kickstart. And I don't know how many times I've said that. Am I saying it too much? But I'm hoping it is. And then Dies and Mider on the left. Any changes to that? I think you were pretty
I've
much on the same.
I've got one change. I would personally go with Trusty, but I think Skills will play.
I said Trusty as well. I
I
would
think
want.
Skills will play.
You know my opinion on that. I don't want Liam Sears anywhere near it. But anyway.
No, but I'm just saying, mate. I think
Aye.
Skills will play. But I think apart from that, you've got the team right.
Aye. Now, this is going to be very interesting because we were discussing about this. Champions League score predictions. This is going to be very interesting if we do get in the Champions League.
Maybe not for that time.
Do we favour the money? Do we favour the money, or do we favour the love for the club when we if we get into the Champions League? I think we're going to beat Barcelona 4-0. Score predictions. Alistair, I think you went first last time.
Aye, you can go first.
Right, I'll go first. 4-0. I think we have to go for it.
Believe it or not, Josh, that was mine.
Yeah, right, you can mix up everything.
I'll go the same as last time, and then I'll go 5.
5, right, okay.
But I want it record 4 was mine.
I don't see if Celtic want to score 7 tomorrow on the night, fine. I don't care about the score predictions for this game. And to be honest with you, the score predictions for the second leg is going to be a laugh.
Well, put it as well, let's hope we can hear a laugh when we send down the 19th over.
Hopefully, that big journey that's going to take all the energy out of them. No, but hopefully we're back on here after the game, talking about a big performance with a lot of goals in Europe and a big lead to take over Kazakhstan next week. But I'm going to wrap it up here for that Celtic versus Kirat Champions League playoff preview. As I said, we'll be back after the game at some point for post-match reaction. Hopefully talking about another Celtic win and back up our goals hopefully as well. But until then, we'll speak to you later. And hail, hail.
Hail, hail.